Well, good afternoon and welcome to Plainsman Park and welcome into the final games of the regular season in the 2026 Spring NJCAA Region 9 baseball season. I'm Ben Blecka and welcome to the home of the Region 9 baseball champions, the Northeastern Junior College Plainsmen, who with yesterday's wins, both by the score of 6-4 at WNCC, have locked in the team's first Region 9 baseball regular season crown in 13 years. Our pregame show for games 3 and 4 against WNCC are brought to you by Northeastern Junior College. From Plains to Possibilities, Northeastern Junior College has the education path for you. Get your 2026 education off on the right foot now by visiting njc.edu. Plainsmen have won 6 in a row. They're 38-14. WNCC, with results from yesterday's games, they can't finish any higher or lower than fourth place. In fact, the top 5 positions in next week's Region 9 baseball tournament, scheduled to start on Wednesday at Runyon Complex in Pueblo, those are set. NJC is the 1, Southeast is the 2, McCook is the 3, WNCC is the 4, and Otero is the 5. Even if Otero loses both today to Lamar, and they were down at last check to Lamar, they cannot be caught by Luna. If Luna were to sweep Trinidad this weekend and tie Otero, they would have the 6th and final spot, but Otero beat NJC in a game, or Luna beat NJC, or Luna and Lamar, pardon me. That's the tie break there. The series was won by Otero. So they are locked in to the 5. Plainsmen and the Cougars will come in today, and so that makes today a little bit different. We're going to see both teams utilize the same approach that WNCC did yesterday, although I don't know NJC will go as extreme as that 40-pitch limit that WNCC had their pitchers on yesterday and probably have their pitchers on today, but I don't expect much more than 60 out of anybody in today's contest. So what is our key to the contest? Brought to you by Carpet Comfort Center, largest selection of flooring in Northeast Colorado. The flooring you need, the professional installation you deserve. Stop by where comfort is their middle name in the Broadway Plaza Shopping Center in Sterling. It's the constant adaptability that NJC needs to focus on coming into today's game. We saw them struggle yesterday when pitching changes came in. That's why they only scored the 12 runs across the 16 innings, when they've been scoring a lot more than that, because you're having to constantly change that eye angle, constantly change what you're doing, and you're going to have to deal with that come postseason time. So these final 2 games, obviously you've got a lot to play for. You want to win 40 in the regular season. That's only ever been done by one other team here in the history at NJC, so you want to get both of these games today, but you need to understand that adaptability. And for NJC, especially for the underclassmen, the Easton Hubbards and the Riley Suarez's and the George Greens, who won't be playing game 4 because they are underclassmen, and the sophomores will get that start in the final game of the regular season to get them a chance to play on this home field one last time together. They need to use these at-bats in those opportunities to learn and adapt and adjust and understand that, hey, I'm going to see a new arm. I may only see this guy one time, so it's almost like a pinch hit at bat every single time that you have to come in and be able to quickly adapt in those situations. That's that adaptability. That's our key to the contest. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we will meet the starting lineups and have first pitch next. NJC and WNCC. It's a Pack the Park Saturday. Come on out. We've got 16 innings of baseball coming up on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Back at Plainsman Park, where it is a beautiful 73 degrees outside. We're going to have a beautiful Saturday. Come on down and join us for baseball as NJC plays the final two games of the regular season against WNCC. Let's meet our starting lineups, which are brought to you by Stubbs at exit 66A. When you're traveling I-76, east or west, stop off for a gem of a place. Auto accessories, gas, fresh cooked food from an actual kitchen. That's Stubbs in Wiggins. Tony Slazowski on the bump for NJC. He's caught by Nate Glad. Zach McVeigh at first, Easton Hubbard at second, and George Green at third. Braden Stuft is the shortstop. Outfield left to right, Tanner Peary, Riley Suarez, Aniel Del Orbe as we get underway. Vaughn Wilson leading things off for WNCC, the shortstop, followed by Cooper Wilson, the third baseman. Catcher Gladys, the third that will be at the plate in this first inning as Slazowski starts off Vaughn Wilson for strike number one. Rest of the lineup, Harrison Hart, Will Harbison, Dakota Albert, Jack Shagru, Jay Satterfield, and Austin Cooper. 0-1 pitch lifted out to right field, bending foul, and it gets down ahead of the chase from Aniel Del Orbe. So it's quickly no balls and two strikes. Tony Slazowski on the bump, looking to bounce back from a terrible outing, let's be real. 1 inning of work down in Lamar last weekend. 7 hits, 8 runs, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. 0-2 pitch. He bends one in on the upper edge of the zone, and the strikeout gets out number 1 in the top of inning number 1. That being said, Slazowski was terrible last weekend, but he has been very good this season for the Northeastern Plainsmen. This is his 14th appearance. He's 4-3, 43 and 2/3 innings of work with 61 strikeouts. First pitch, ground ball over to short. Stuft picks it up, slips on the grass. Quick throw across the diamond, and just off the bag goes the stretch of McVeigh. So, infield single, probably. Where that was deep enough there, I could buy an error as well, but the umpire did not signal off the bag. He didn't put the two hands out that the throw pulled him off, so I've got to go infield single based on the umpire's signal of that call there, and catcher Gladish steps in. Gladish, a phenomenal defensive performance yesterday, not so much at the plate, went with just 1 for 7 for WNCC. 0-1 pitch, line ball over to short, Stuffed to second for 1, on to first. Not in time. A fielder's choice. Gladish legs it out. So he gets the second out of the inning. 6-4 on the putout, but couldn't turn it around to finish the double play. 2 away, and Harrison Hart, the designated hitter, comes to the plate. Hart hit 1 home run yesterday. Of the 2 hits he collected, and had 3 total runs batted in. Our first inning is brought to you by Better Electric. Electrical work when better does matter. Call 970-521-1030. Breaking ball for Slazowski off the plate for ball number 1 to Harrison Hart. Hart takes a step in, pick throw over to first to catcher Gladish. This WNCC team, as we talked about on the broadcast yesterday, they'll steal a little bit. 65 stolen bases coming into the weekend. I think they only had 1 yesterday. Breaking ball into the dirt. Blocked by Glad behind the dish. He did not go. 2 balls and no strikes. 2 outs, top of the first, 7-inning first. This was supposed to be one of the 2 played yesterday in Scotts Bluff. We were supposed to play a 9 here on Thursday, but when the weather didn't look so great before it changed, they moved this to the 7-9, 7-9 format. 2-0 pitch off the plate, 3-0. This will be the final 7-inning game of the season for NJC. Everything in the NJCAA postseason is 9-inning baseball. And the final game today, the Pack the Park event, is 9 as well. Slazowski hammers 1 low, so a 4-pitch walk to Harrison Hart. Infield single, fielder's choice now walk. 3 straight have reached, but 2 outs to Will Harbison. Harvey caught game 2 yesterday, played first in game 1. Looks like he'll be doing the same again today. 1 for 6 yesterday and drew a pair of walks. Slazowski, 10 pitches in. Long look out at second to catcher Gladish and whips a fastball onto the outside edge for strike number 1. Plainsmen in their creams today with the gold letters for the first game. WNCC on the road. Navy's gold shoulder pads, white and gold letters and numbers. 0-1. Slazowski peeked back out to second. Fastball barreled back. No balls, 2 strikes. Coach Catchell said when we were sitting in the clubhouse talking today, he wants to try and get everybody an opportunity to pitch this weekend, either yesterday or today. So Slazowski, I would imagine he'll be given an opportunity as he misses below the knees on the 0-2. He'll be given a chance to go for. You got to get the bad taste of last weekend's Lamar outing out of your mouth. 1-2. Fastball, hammered, foul, over the Cougar bullpen right field side. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. NJC has definitely dealt with their fair share of traffic. I'd be interested to pull up, and maybe I'll do that again as we're sitting in the hotel in Pueblo next week. Batting average on ball in play from this team. It seems like they've had traffic, but they've been able to get outs like this one here. A soft fly ball on the 1-2 out to left. Tanner Peary catches it. 2 left on for WNCC. Middle of 1, we're scoreless. Back to Plainsman Park for the bottom of the first next on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Head to the bottom of inning number 1, brought to you by Sterling Health Foods, still open and in the business of your best health. A bend over backwards to get you healthy and keep your allergy manageable. Let's check out the rewards plan south of Sterling on Highway 6. Braden Stuff to lead things off for NJC. He'll be followed by Easton Hubbard and Riley Suarez. Aniel Delorbe batting cleanup, followed by Michael Clark, Zach McVeigh, Nate Glad, George Green, and Tanner Peary against Carter Reisig for the WNCC Cougars. Reisig last pitched an inning and a third in relief in a 14-4 win against McCook last weekend. Gave up an earned run, 4 hits, and struck out 2. Braden Stuff, first pitch up the ladder for ball number 1. Only had 1 hit yesterday. That was a home run in game number 2. Reisig, the righty, rock and fire. Stuff hits a bouncer over to short. Gobbled up by Vaughn Wilson. He'll gun it across the diamond and get the out. Braden Stuff, 403 on the career batting average here at NJC. He and Brendan Cleland, who's not in the lineup in this first one, are the guys that have put together better than 400 careers, both in line to be 1-2 in their career RBI or career batting average here at NJC. I do not have complete career stats. Still working on gathering all those as we work to expand the board in the clubhouse this offseason. Easton Hubbard played in game 2 yesterday, getting the start in game 1 today. He steps in. He whips one on the first pitch he sees down the line at third, and he is put out F5. So 2 away to Riley Suarez. Suarez is one of 3, maybe 4 guys we're mulling as our player of the weekend. He went 3 for 8 with 2 runs batted in and 2 runs scored yesterday. Had 6 putouts out in center field as well. Suarez hammers the first pitch he sees deep out to center field. Over the hitter's eye. It's out. Riley Suarez goes yard for NJC and puts them on the board with 2 outs in the bottom of inning number 1. Suarez for the Northeastern Plainsmen now has a dozen home runs, tying George Green for 3rd on the team this season. And the freshman puts the Plainsmen up 1-0 ahead of Aniel Del Orbe. Del Orbe with 9 home runs this season. He watches the first pitch by low for ball 1. Aniel 2 for 8 with 2 runs batted in yesterday. One of 8 guys that played in both games. Reisig hammers one across the zone after missing ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. And bounce one off foul. 19 sophomores on this NJC roster. He's one of 5 that has yet to decide what next year will hold for him. He'll find somewhere. I know he will. He's had one heck of a conference season. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He hits a bouncer back up the middle, and it sees its way into center field. So the 2-out home run, now a 2-out single, will afford the opportunity for Michael Clark to hit. Clark headed to Salem University next year. He was one of our players of the weekend that we've had this season. We'll talk with our player of the weekend at the conclusion of Game 4 today. Clark, he's really liked when we've been here. He's hit 3 of his 4 home runs this season as we've broadcast him. He watches the first pitch by for strike 1. The Finding Nemo Seagulls emerge from the NJC dugout.
Here we go, Mike.
Reisig, no balls, 1 strike. Pitch delivered. Clark lifts it out to center. Tracking it in is Austin Cooper. He'll make the catch, and that's that. But a solo home run from Riley Suarez gets NJC on the board first. It's NJC 1, WNCZ 0 after 1 on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. We head to inning number 2, 1-0 NJC. Sydney Regional Medical Center doesn't want you to let that injury keep you out of the game. SydneyRMC.com for more information. Dakota Albert, Jack Shagru, Jace Satterfield, 6, 7, and 8 due up in the second inning for the WNCC Cougars. Tony Slazowski, 15 pitches in the first inning. It's now been spotted a 1-0 lead. We talked about it yesterday, and you get to hear it again today on the intermission on 945theranch.com. We've got an Inside Northeastern built on the history. This is my 18th year of the voice of NJC baseball, and NJC WNCC. Boy, they have given us some dandies. I think yesterday's 2 6-4 games have now made it better than 50% of the games I've covered, and I've seen upwards of 50 NJC WNCC baseball games. Better than half of them. Heck, it may even be closer to 60% of the games have been now decided by 2 runs or fewer. Always close, always tight. 1-1 pitch. Albert bouncer over to short. Hard charging Stuffed. Has trouble getting it out of the glove, but able to get it across the diamond in time for the 6-3 ground out. And out number one to kick off this top of the second inning. That brings up Jack Shagru. We saw Shagru yesterday in game 2 as a pinch hitter. Shagru struck out in his only at-bat. There were a ton of strikeouts yesterday as Shagru watches the first bye from Slazowski. NJC struck out, I think it was 22 yesterday. WNCC struck out 24 batters. Wind was across, but I was impressed with the pitching performances yesterday. In tight goes the 1-1 pitch from Sliz to Shagru. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1 pitch lifted out to left. Little trot to his left by Tanner Peary. He'll track it down and make the catch. 2 away quickly in the top of the second with NJC holding a 1-0 lead. Second game of this doubleheader will start no earlier than the advertised 5:30 start time as our annual Pack the Park event. Come on down, get in for free. First 500 fans will get free burgers. Well, $4.99 because I'm going to eat me a burger. So you can't have my burger. Jace Satterfield, the catcher, watches the first pitch by away. Got plenty of items out here behind press box for you to take in, and all the funds raised today will be put toward the continued improvements here at Plainsman Park, although, man, we have done a lot of great things at this facility over the last 18 years. Especially the 29-year history. Next year's the 30th year of NJC baseball. If you remember what this field used to be versus what it is now, hot dog, it is a beautiful change. Satterfield on the 2-1 was hit by a pitch. So a 2-out base runner for WNCC will afford Austin Cooper an opportunity to come to the plate. Cooper only played in game 1 yesterday. He struck out all 3 times he came to the plate, all against Andrzej Vonk. Vonk had 9 Ks yesterday. Slazowski keeping an eye on Satterfield. Breaking ball dances just off the outside corner of the plate. I guess close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. 1-0. Slazowski takes a peek over at first again at Satterfield. Fastball below the knees. 2 balls and no strikes. Different umpiring crew than we saw yesterday. That's one of the detriments of the home and home back-to-back days that we've done 2 weeks in a row. 2-0 pitch. Slazowski again going to that spot and turns and says something to Braden Stuft, who's the other catcher on this team. Something along the lines of, what do I have to do? Throw it right down the middle of the plate? He's going to try that here. And he does get a strike. 3 balls and 1 strike. Pick throw over to first. Not as familiar with Glad behind the dish as I am Stuffed, as this is my first year calling Glad. And with the catchers calling their own game, I don't know that pick throw if it's going to be breaking ball here. It is, and he gets him fishing to take the count to full. A lot of times when you make that pick throw over, you're trying to keep that runner close, not necessarily that Satterfield was going anywhere, but give you multiple options on a ground ball. Sliz likes his fastball as his out pitch. 3-2. He rocks, he fires, ball hammered out to left, and it gets down. Moving on, the 3-2 count was Satterfield. So the single to left puts runners to first and third. And back to the top of the order, and Vaughn Wilson, the shortstop. Wilson's strikeout in inning number 1 now makes him 2 for 10 on the weekend with 3 punch-outs.
Here we go, 9. Close fast. Get it, kid.
Slazowski try and work his way out of this inning. If he's on a 60-pitch limit, he's about on pace to go 4, which is about what we expected. But with the number of the arms available for NJC today, given what they threw or didn't throw yesterday, they only threw 4 arms. You might only see him trot 3. Final week of the season, NJC knew coming in they needed just that magic number of 2, which they got yesterday before they'd even finished that first game. 1-0, runner moving, check swing to the screen. 1 ball and 1 strike. Cooper's one that'll move a little bit. As we talked about yesterday with WNCC, they've got guys that can run. Cooper has 7 stolen bases this season. Vaughn Wilson, who's at the dish, is the team leader with 18. 1-1 up and away from Slazowski, 2 balls and a strike. Sliz takes a peek over at first. He rocks, he fires, ball hammered, back foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two aboard again in the second inning after 2 aboard in the first. Both these that got on in this inning came, however, with 2 outs. Pick throw over to first. Just back in ahead of it goes Austin Cooper. Long look again at Cooper from Slazowski. 2-2 pitch. Ooh. Called ball 3. There was one person in this ballpark that didn't think that was strike 3 in either dugout. 3-2. Runner moving, pitch delivered, bounced foul, will do it again. Unfortunately, the one guy that didn't think that was strike 3 is the guy that counts. Sliz. Breaking ball over to short. Stuffed gobbles it up, guns it across to first in time, and able to get out of the inning with no damage is NJC 1, WNCC 0, middle of 2. This is the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Head to the bottom of inning number 2, 1-0 NJC with the lead, and Zach McVeigh, Nate Glad, George Green due up. As we head to the second inning, McVeigh, one heck of a day yesterday for NJC. Did not drive in a run. He hammers one down the line, the first one he sees, and he's looking for a double. He turns and rounds and heads to second. The throw there, not in time. It's a leadoff double for Zach McVeigh. McVeigh continuing to hit the ball well this weekend, now 5 for 8. That's his second extra base hit. He scored 2 runs and stole 2 bases yesterday. And Nate Glad will step in. Glad 0 for 3 with a stolen base yesterday. Only playing in game 2, and this will be his only appearance today, with the sophomores likely getting the nod in the final game. Reisig, first pitch to Glad, hammered back foul for strike one. Glad's going to kind of be that guy you got to figure out. Stuffed can go out into the field as the 0-1 pitch is up, 1 ball and 1 strike. And as Glad and Cleland, where do they fit mentally? Can you come in and give yourself a pinch hit knock? Come in and do something late in the game. There's a knock from Glad, drilled out to right, back at the fence. It's pulled in by catcher Gladish. McVeigh will tag and move to third. Gladish robbed NJC, pulling one back over the fence yesterday. Didn't have to jump this time, but that one was right at the wall, back against. Positive out, though, for Nate Glad to move the runner up and bring George Green to the plate. Green. Oh, 1 for 6 yesterday with a run batted in. First pitch to Green, in for strike one. He's had one heck of a conference season. It's going to be interesting, especially at that hot corner position. There's some good third basemen inside this region. Reisig off the plate, 1 ball and 1 strike. Not that you only take into account conference stats, but that's what the coaches are going to be voting on. I believe the meeting is Tuesday, as to who belongs where. Guy that's hit .479 in conference play as Green watches it by low. 10 homers, 30 batted in, 5 stolen bases. Defensively has been pretty solid at that hot corner. 2 balls, 1 strike. Reisig with the pitch. Bouncer by Green. Foul, third base side. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Green was supposed to be part of a platoon at third, that maybe Stuffed goes there. You use Day and Hoy at short. Hubbard could play some third. Turns out Zach McVeigh can play third. Didn't know that one until yesterday. But as well as George got going in conference play, he's had a stranglehold on that hot corner, and he hammers one off foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes it remains. We've had a history of great third basemen here at NJC. Even before me, guys that play that hot corner, and Green's having one of the best seasons as a third baseman. He hammers a ball out to center field with one away. Deep center. Austin Cooper over catches it. Zach McVeigh tags and trots home. That's a sac fly RBI. And now a 2-0 NJC lead. So that brings up Tanner Peary, another one that's kind of on the cusp of maybe this is a guy that we'll have as a player of the weekend. Peary 3 for 7, a run batted in and 4 runs scored yesterday. Found his way on by way of a walk. Hammers a ball, right field, carries at the fence, and catcher Gladish can't pull it in. It's over the fence and out. 2 out, knock out of the park for Tanner Peary, and NJC goes yard for the second time in the game. Peary gives NJC now 112 home runs on the season. And for Tanner Peary, that's his 9th home run in conference play. Peary, one of 6 guys that has double digits home runs. He's now tied with Easton Hubbard for the team lead. And that's 1 home run shy of 3rd on the all-time, or 2nd on the all-time home runs list in a single season. Stuffed. Hit the home run yesterday, so he has 9, and he tattoos one down the left field line. Foul for strike 1. Stuffed a ground out in his first at-bat in this game, too short. Bumped him back to 402.6. So still technically 403 on the career batting average. He'll drill one out to center field, and the dying Quail gets down a 2-out single for Braden Stuff to keep it rolling here in the bottom of inning number 2. Brought to you by Coons Pump and Well Supply. Don't wait until the last minute. Solve your irrigation, well, and watering problems. 970-522-2035. That brings up Easton Hubbard, second AB in this game. Hubby yesterday, 2 for 5 with 2 runs batted in. Stuff takes off, heads to second, and he's in under the throw from Satterfield. So 84th stolen base of the career for Braden Stuff. And it was ball 1 to Easton Hubbard. So Hubbard to 47 runs batted in with yesterday's performance. Stuffed steps off the bag, and large lead out at second is Reisig. He paints the outside corner, 1 ball and 1 strike. Stuff stolen base there now also puts NJC at 165 for the season. This team has a real shot at going 125 homers, 175 stolen bases this year. And the pitching staff, as Reisig misses off the plate for ball 2. They're 39 strikeouts shy of 500 for the season. I think 481 is the single season team record here at NJC. 2-1 pitch, bounced off foul by Hubbard, 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's just all sorts of a record-setting kind of year for NJC. Hoping to bring the Region 9 tournament crown home for a second year in a row. That'll be next week in Pueblo, 2-2. Reisig, breaking ball doesn't, up 3-2. NJC yesterday across the doubleheader reached 7 of the 9 times they got full counts against WNCC. With 2 away, bottom of the third, and already 2 across. Reisig delivers the pitch. Underneath it goes Hubbard on the 3-2. First base side. Hubbard scurries out of the way for Harbison to make the catch and end the inning. But NJC gets 2 on a sac fly and a solo shot. They lead 3-0 to the third on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Head to the third inning, 3-0 NJC over WNCC in the first of our Saturday twin bill. Our third inning is brought to you by Equitable Savings and Loan. Borrow your money. Do your banking with people you know and people who know you. Equitable-savings.com. Third inning of work for Tony Slazowski. He's given up 2 hits. He's struck out 1. He's stranded 4. 39 pitches through the first 2, and he'll tangle with Cooper Wilson, catcher Gladish, Harrison Hart. Carter Reisig only at 29 pitches. There has been an arm warming up in the bullpen for WNCC. That's Ren Sato. The first pitch is a strike to Cooper Wilson, who singled in his first at-bat in inning number 1. Fastball on the outside corner, quickly 0-2. Might see Reisig come out one more before you put Saito on the bump for WNCC, just to get that out even on this Saturday if you play Wednesday. And the weather looks a little questionable Wednesday, but WNCC Otero is the first game on Wednesday. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Slazowski gets the strikeout and the first out in the third. Even if you play Wednesday, if you threw 40, even 50 today, that's a bullpen session. You've still got yourself 3 days worth of rest, so. Catcher Gladish to the plate. Gladish reached on a fielder's choice and fished on a breaking ball in for strike number 1. Slazowski, 0-1 off the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. NJC doesn't play until day 2 of the tournament. It'll be the 4th game in the tournament against the winner of the WNCC Otero opening round game. So you're not playing until at least Thursday if you're in JC. You can afford to push guys to 60, maybe even 70 today and still have your full gamut of arms available. Breaking ball on the 1-2, watched by Gladish. 3rd strikeout of the game, 2nd of the inning for Tony Slazowski, 2 away. Harrison Hart comes to the plate. He walked back in inning number 1. Sliz 47 pitches in, 28 in the zone, 19 out. First pitch to Harrison Hart off the plate for ball number 1. Slazowski gets him chasing. Maybe got a piece of it as it fell through the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike. Breaking ball popped up, out to right field at the fence, and out it goes. Hart got a hold of one just enough to get it over the fence and out. WNCC is on the board with the home run from Harrison Hart to make it 3-1, his 2nd solo shot of the weekend. 3rd hit of the ball game given up by Tony Slazowski as well. That will afford Will Harbison an opportunity to hit. Talked with the folks up at WNCC yesterday, and they said coming into this final weekend, there was only one of all the scenarios that could have happened this weekend where WNCC didn't end up as the 4. So they were coming out focusing on let's have fun, let's enjoy the game, and enjoy the finale of this regular season knowing we're playing next weekend. And been a very casual feel every time I've been down there around them. 0-1 after the foul ball off, a bouncer over to first. Clark picks it up. Slazowski overcovers the bag. 3-1 on the putout, ends the inning. But WNCC gets on the board with a solo shot. 3-1 NJC over WNCC, middle of 3 on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. We head to the bottom of inning number 3. NJC leads WNCC 3-1. Riley Suarez, Aniel Del Orbe, Mike Clark due up in this bottom of the 3rd. Brought to you by Culligan Water Softeners and Drinking Water Systems, both available for rent. Call 970-427-8080. Suarez, the solo shot, his first time up. That puts him on the weekend now 4 for 9 with 3 runs batted in. That leads the team on the weekend. But it wasn't that made Suarez a guy that was on our radar as a potential player of the weekend yesterday. It was his work in center field. It's the first pitch to Suarez, a little blipper over to second, picked up off the hop and tossed to first in time for out number 1. Yesterday the wind was blowing across from left to right, and both outfielders, catcher Gladish, who played right for WNCC, and Riley Suarez, who played center, ended up having a lot of work yesterday. 6 putouts for Suarez yesterday in that wind, and none of them were easy. That was, I think, the thing that was most impressive to me with him and catcher Gladish. Aniel Delorbe to the plate, a single in this one. Delorbe, last weekend's player of the weekend, now 3 for 9 on the weekend, and hammers one high into the sky out in center field. Austin Cooper over makes the catch. 2 quick outs for NJC in the bottom of the third, leading 3-1. That brings Mike Clark to the plate. Clark. That's the thing I'm going to miss the most at Region 9 next week. We don't have walk-ups. We got some killer walk-ups on this team, man.
Here we go, Mike.
Maybe I'm showing my age. Not maybe, as the first pitch is across for strike 1. Guys made me feel old early in this season. They warm up to Beastie Boys' No Sleep Till Brooklyn. That's the first song when they take the field. I was like, man, I really dig that you guys are liking the stuff that I grew up with. And the guy that was running the music looked at me and said, well, yeah, my dad really turned me on to this when I was growing up. And I was like, oh, give me my walker. 0-2. Pitch delivered. Clark hammers it into the gap out in right center field, and it bounces to the wall. So Clark comes up with NJC's 6th hit of the ball game. And brings Zach McVeigh to the plate. McVeigh with a double in his first at-bat in this one. Now 5 for 8 on the weekend with 3 runs scored. First pitch low for ball 1. He did not go, and actually noting, I didn't note it. I did in my head, but I didn't say it out loud. Trevor Buettner is the pitcher for WNCC. Forgot to say that on the broadcast with a new arm out. McVeigh. The 1-0 from Buettner takes it in tight. 2 balls and no strikes. 2 outs, bottom of the third, 3-1 NJC. Peek over at first for Buettner. Now a pick throw over. Diving back in safely is Clark. McVeigh, 2-0, popped up by the upper edge and drops down behind us. 2 balls and 1 strike. Plainsmen have been able to produce runs in each of the first 2 innings. 2-1. Buettner. Breaking ball, check swing by McVeigh. Buettner fields it off the bump and tosses it to first to end the inning. NJC gets a runner on, does nothing with it. They lead 3-1 to the 4th on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Head to the fourth inning, 3-1 NJC over WNCC. Our fourth is brought to you by Rudy's Tires, several locations across the area, so there's always one close by, and if you can't get to them, they'll come to you, rudystires.com for more. Dakota Albert, Jack Shagru, Jace Satterfield due up in this second as Tony Slazowski's 53rd pitch of the game is off the plate for ball number one to Albert, grounded out to short his first time up. Misses the second one as well. Albert yesterday, was he the two triples? No, it was Cooper Wilson that was the two triples. He drills one down the line, bending and foul. 2 balls and 1 strike. Coach Catchell told me that the pitchers would be limited today. Didn't have exactly a number in mind. There is nobody down in the bullpen for NJC. As the 2-1 pitch misses low, 3 balls and 1 strike. Slazowski, fastball, drills its way out to left field for Albert, and the leadoff single for WNCC. It's the first leadoff runner in the ball game for the Cougars. So leadoff man had been sat down in the first 3 innings. So that brings up Jack Shagru, the second baseman who flew out to left in his first at-bat. Shagru watches the first pitch by for strike number 1. Shallow lead for Dakota Albert, a WNCC team that may not steal bases, but they definitely are aggressive in their running. Going to try and go first to third here on the 0-1 as it rolls to the wall. And because of the move to third, that will allow Shagru into second with a double, so back-to-back knocks. And quickly down to the bullpen for NJC. Goes an arm. I think the hope was maybe Slazowski could get you through 4. And Nate Glad will step out of the dugout, and Jordan, the pitching coach, will come out as well to buy a little bit of time here for the warming up arm. Slazowski's pitched well, especially in the bounce-back effort after the terrible outing last week in Lamar, where he couldn't even get more than an inning worth of work in. He got knocked around in what ended up being a 19-10 win. He's going to be a starter. As you go into the postseason, you know Andrej Vonk, Tony Slazowski, they are going to be 2 starters that you're going to use. The question is, who's the third? And then what order are you utilizing them in? And I think that, you know, there's a lot of decisions to be made as to maybe who you're even playing as to who is going to start in the ball games, because I think Vonk pitches well against everybody, but I think he's probably a better matchup against WNCC, whereas I think Slazowski's probably the better matchup against Otero if that's your quarterfinal game. Jace Satterfield hit by a pitch, comes in, runners on first and second, and he lifts one out to center. This will be deep enough to get Dakota Albert home. Riley Suarez guns one into third to try and get the advancing Shagru, and Shagru over the bag gets tagged out after he overran to third, and coming back in to tag him is Green. So it is a sac fly for Satterfield. Albert comes home to make this a 3-2 ball game. And then Riley Suarez able to get Shagru at third. 8-5 on the putout. 2 away, and Austin Cooper to the plate. He waves at the first one he sees for strike 1. Slazowski delivers the pitch. Ball hammered out to center field. Suarez in, lays out and makes the catch. So Riley Suarez, the showcase defensively, cutting down a runner at third and getting that nice out to end it. One does cross, though, for WNCC on the sack fly. 3-2, middle of 4. Plainsmen lead the Cougars on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. NJC leading 3-2 as we come back for the bottom of inning number 4 to Plainsman Park. Game number 3 of the weekend series against WNCC. Nate Glad, George Green, Tanner Peary, 7, 8, and 9 due up. Nate Glad a fly ball to right field in his first at-bat. First time seeing Trevor Butner, who's high and tight, for ball number 1. Butner came on last inning.
Back in there, kid, back in there.
WNCC kind of sticking with that 2-2-2 format with their arms, just to make sure they have their full complement of arms available for the tournament next week. Now that NJC has already punched their ticket to the Western District Tournament, everybody else is playing for that second spot. Breaking ball up. 2-0 becomes 3-0. And JC has David Ada warming up in the bullpen. Tony Slazowski at 62, probably done, I would think. Butner, 4 pitches, not even close, and walks Nate Glad to lead things off in this bottom of the 4th inning. 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors, and 3 left on for NJC. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors, and 4 left aboard for WNCC. Like to invite you to come on down to the park. It's Pack the Park for game number 4 tonight. Free admission, free burgers. Great baseball, free fireworks show after the game. We'll start at 5:30 in the final game of this series. Butner will tangle with George Green, who has a sac fly RBI and watches the first pitch up for ball 1. George, the runner on. There are a lot of things you can do, and NJC might be cognizant more of the small ball stuff. With that turf infield at WNCC yesterday, a little bit harder in that bunt game that NJC often utilizes. Hasn't as much this year because they just hit the cover off the ball. Breaking ball doesn't, stays up from Butner. 2 balls and no strikes. There's several guys on this WNCC team that are position players who also pitch. And you can just see a little bit of early fatigue. You know, Butner's a guy probably often just called upon in 1-inning situations. Foul ball off, takes the count to 2-1. I guess I can actually go look at that. I do have stats up here. I just wasn't paying attention because game 3 of the weekend, and Ben doesn't pay attention to a lot of things at this point in the day. 2-1, nobody out. Bottom 4, 3-2 NJC. Up on the 2-1 to 3-1. Butner went an inning and a third, gave up 4 runs, 2 hits, and walked a pair against McCook last week. Pitched an inning, gave up a hit and 2 runs against Southeast the week before. failed to record an out in a performance against Otero. Got 2 innings of work, 2 runs, 1 hit, 2 walks against Lamar. So he's been a bullpen arm, nothing longer than 2 1/3. You have to go all the way back to early in the season when he went 3 1/3 in relief in an 18-15 game. 3-1 after the visit to the mound. Glad off at first with nobody out. Buettner hops it in, and it gets past center field. Glad won't be able to go any further than second, where he was headed anyway on the walk. That brings Tanner Peary to the plate. Peary belted a solo shot following Green's sac fly in inning number 2 to collect his 14th home run of the year. 1 home run shy, and for longtime NJC fans, J.J. Bissell, Jordan Procession in 2013, the last team that won the regular season Empire Conference crown that NJC won yesterday. They both hit 15, led the nation that year. Home run swing, strike 1 contact for Peary. They did that in a wood bat league, no less. But they led the nation in home runs, did NJC that year with like 60 or 61. And this year's team's over 110 and doesn't lead the nation. So that shows you how baseball has definitely shifted, especially at this junior college level. Bunt shown for Peary, and he broke the plane to the plate offering, so it's now 0-2. Looking for a safety squeeze first base side. Now he'll have to swing away. With that home run in his first at-bat, that puts Peary at 4 for 8 this weekend, so not like he can't hit the baseball. Fastball, he'll bounce it over to short. The only play for Vaughn Wilson will be across the diamond. It handcuffs the first baseman, but Will Harbison is able to pick it. 6-3 on the putout. Positive AB, though, as you advance runners to second and third and back to the top of the order, and Braden stuffed. Now, conversation between field umpire, home plate umpire briefly, I think, just to make sure that he did indeed corral that ball. Stuffed 1 for 2 with a single, so that puts Braden now 2 for 10 on the weekend. The solo shot, the only run batted in he's got. He has 2 here, and he watches the first one pour by for strike 1. 38 runs batted in this season for Braden Stuffed. 403 career batting average in 2 years. 0-1, he hammers at 1 and gets no contact, no balls, 2 strikes. Buettner looked all sorts of uncomfortable to start this inning, and he's settled his way back in for WNCC. Oh, 2. Breaking ball that doesn't. 1-2. Nate Glad standing at third. George Green at second. They both reached on walks. 1-2. Pitch delivered. Soft ground ball to short. Vaughn Wilson's only play is across the diamond. It's an RBI ground out for Braden Stuffed on the 6-3. Makes this a 4-2 ball game. And now with 2 outs, Easton Hubbard will step up. He's 0 for 2, having lined out to third and popped up to first. Can he get George Green across and make it 5-2? Buettner. First pitch to Hubbard on the outside corner for strike number 1. This will probably be it for Buettner. He's over 30 pitches. 0-1. Buettner. Breaking ball behind the head of Hubbard. 1 ball and 1 strike. I think Satterfield is probably the everyday guy for WNCC come tournament time. No disrespect meant to Will Harbison, but Satterfield was very good behind the dish yesterday. Has been today as well. 1-1 pitch. Ball popped up out to center field by Hubbard. It carries a long way. It gets up. It just clears the fence in center field. It's gone for Easton Hubbard. His 15th home run of the year. Ties him for second most in a single season here at NJC. Hubby goes yards. 6-2 Plainsman. I didn't think he got enough of that one. Looked like it was going to die just shy of 390 and ended up clearing the fence for the Plainsman's 3rd home run of the ball game. The first was hit by Riley Suarez back in inning number 1. Now bases empty, 2 outs, bottom of the 4th. And JC up 6-2. Buettner, first pitch, Suarez pops it up. Foul territory, first base side, out of play for strike 1. Suarez 1 for 2 today, making him 4 for 10 on the weekend. With 3 runs batted in, he takes the 0-1 pitch low, 1 ball and 1 strike. Ooh, he wears one off the rib cage. Buettner just lost that one out of the hand, and Suarez couldn't jump back far enough or fall forward quick enough. And he finds his way aboard the painful way to allow Aniel Delorbe an AB here in the bottom of inning number 4. There'll be a conversation down the line at first to make sure that Suarez, who's probably not going to play in Game 4 as a freshman, is okay and can finish off this one. Standings can't change 1 through 5 in Region 9. 6 is where the question is. Lamar holds on to it right now. Coming into the day, they split with Otero yesterday. Trinidad and Luna playing today and tomorrow. So spot 6 won't be decided until tomorrow as Aniel Delorbe, first pitch he sees Devon Wilson at short, and it's a high throw. But Will Harbison tags the helmet of Delorbe going by to end the inning. NJC plates 3, though, as they get an RBI ground out and a 2-run home run. They lead 6-2 heading to the 5th. This is the Eastern Plains Sports Network. David Ada, the new arm for the Northeastern Plainsmen, as we come back for the 5th with NJC leading 6-2. Our 5th is brought to you on the Eastern Plains Sports Network by Agricultural Accounting. You're a producer, not an accountant. Eggman.co. Set up your consultation today. 6th appearance for Ada as a pitcher. 4 2/3 innings of work for Ada. 4 hits, 3 runs. 6 strikeouts for Ada. He delivers the first pitch for a strike, top of the WNCC order. Second one popped up out to right field. Long run. This is bending and gets down just foul for strike 2. Vaughn Wilson, Cooper Wilson, catcher Gladish in this inning. Tony Slazowski's final start of the regular season. 4 innings, 62 pitches, 2 earned runs, 5 hits, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. In line to get the win as he did go the 4. David Ada, 0-2. Hops it in for ball 1. Ada is one that he also plays in the field for NJC. But he's kind of that backup on the field as the 1-2. Wow. Ball 2. Tap your helmet. Need some ABS there. 2-2. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Took an extra pitch, but did get the strikeout for out number 1. Ada is going to be a situational arm come postseason time. He's going to be a guy that you look at the numbers, and I know Catchell and Jordan, they look at numbers just as much as I do, but they're going to go, hey, you struck this guy out. You did this against this guy. Your style of pitching can get this guy out. He's going to be that kind of arm called upon come tournament time. So he whips a fastball off the plate to Cooper Wilson for ball 1. Not even a guy you turn to for long relief, although he might be asked to give you a 2 here. Ball drilled on a frozen rope out to left. Tanner Perry didn't even have to move. F7 on the putout and 2 away in the top of this 5th. 6 runs, 7 hits, no errors, 4 left on for NJC. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors, 4 left aboard for WNCC. Catcher Gladish to the plate, and the first pitch is high for ball 1. Ada, breaking ball that tails in, 1 ball and 1 strike. Part of a talented freshman class. We saw Callum Barron yesterday. We'll see Merrick Fisbick at some point today. 2-0, hopped in, 3-0. But imagine we'll probably see Jan Roniger at some point today. He's part of that freshman class that can pitch too. Justin Dean, I know we'll see him today. 3-0, right down Broadway for strike 1. NJC had 30 freshmen last year. You knew this year's team was going to be very sophomore heavy, but that did not deter the team from getting quality freshmen. Fastball grounded over to short, scooped up by Stuffed. Gunned across the diamond in time, and David Ada waltzes through the 5th with a strikeout, a fly out, and a ground out. 6-2 NJC, middle of 5 on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Yeah. So we welcome you back for the bottom of inning number 5. NJC holds a 6-2 lead. The Plainsmen will bring to the plate Mike Clark, Zach McVeigh, and Nate Glad in this bottom of the 5th, holding a 6-2 lead Brought to you by B&J Plumbing. When plumbing problems arise, B&J will take care of you. 970-522-3828. New pitcher Taylor Slocum for the WNCC Cougars. The lefty, first pitch grounded over to third. Handcuffs Cooper Wilson. He's able to pick it up and just get it across the diamond in time for the 5-3 ground out and out number one. That brings up Zach McVeigh. McVeigh now 6 for 9 this weekend. He has scored another run today, giving him 3 on the weekend. He squares to bunt and drops a beauty up the first base line. The catcher out to get it, Satterfield, and no throw, but I believe it hit McVeigh exiting the box, not after he'd exited the box. They said it hit him after he exited the box. And here comes Coach Catchell to protest. So, hit by a bunt laid down for McVeigh while exiting the box would be a foul ball. Hit after exiting the box is an out. You typically don't see in baseball that. It's typically more of a softball thing. But as scored, McVeigh out, hit by the ball while exiting the box. So 2 away, or after exiting the box. 2 away now for Nate Glad. And JC leads 6-2. Slocum, first pitch off the plate for ball number 1. Because of the quickness of what has already happened, we've not even had the opportunity to talk about Slocum this year for WNCC as Glad fouls off the 1-1. Slocum for the WNCC Cougars has, let's get over to the pitching stats, appeared now 5 times, 3 1/3 innings of work. Ball drilled by Glad on the 1-1 out to center. And he gets 3 outs here to sit the Plainsmen down in order. So quickly we go through the 5th. Still 6-2 NJC to the 6th on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. We head to inning number 6 of game number 1 on this Saturday. NJC 6, WNCC 2. Our 6th is brought to you by Bank of Colorado. Apply for the loan you need for your dream home fully online at bankofcolorado.com or one of their many locations across the area. Bank of Colorado, member FDIC. Harrison Hart, Will Harbison, Dakota Albert due up against David Ada. He went. Strike 1 to Hart. No, they go ball 1. Wow, the first base umpire was too busy talking and not looking at the plate. Breaking ball, Hart bounces it off foul. 1 ball and 1 strike.
First ball, it was a strike. And then he swung for 2.
4, 5, and 6, middle of the order due up in this 6th inning for WNCC as Ada delivers a pitch. Hot shot lined right at Green at third, and he smothers it for out number 1.
Time to wake up.
So 1 out, top 6. WNCC scoring their runs in the 3rd and 4th innings. A solo home run in the 3rd inning, a sac fly in the 4th. They had traffic each of the first 4 innings, and then Ada came in and sat him down in order. Foul ball off for strike 1 to Harbison, who's flown out and grounded out. Harbison's played in all 3 this weekend. He's 1 for 8, drawn a pair of walks for the Cougars. 0-1, buzzed him in, 1 ball and 1 strike. Ada, 17 pitches in, breaking ball dances it across the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Arm going in the pen for NJC again, so this will probably be it for Ada. Austin Reese is the arm pitching, likely inning 7 for NJC. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a little cue shot foul. We'll do it again. Ada, breaking ball, grounded to third, and it finds its way through ahead of the dive from George Green, and Harbison, with his first hit of the day, second of the weekend, is on with 1 out in the top of inning number 6 for Dakota Albert.
Great job, David. Keep working.
Albert, a single his last time up, 1 for 2 in this game. 3 for 4 on the weekend. Takes first pitch off the plate for ball 1. Plainsman turned to double play in each of the games yesterday. Fastball sails in, side corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. I couldn't tell you what the strike zone is. One. Ada up the ladder for ball 2. Harbison at first. He moves well. Fastball off. Back pick to first. 3-1 as Harbison dives back in safely. Bender in tight, ball 4. So Ada issues the walk after giving up the hit. 1 away, top 6. Runners on first and second for Jack Shagru. Shagru, a fly out and a double to his credit today. 1 for 3 across the weekend series. Ada, long look out at Harbison at second. First pitch is high for ball 1. I don't know how much wiggle room you give David Ada. If you're NJC, you have nothing in the standings to play for, but it's not like you don't still want to win the game. Bender high, 2 balls and no strikes. Long look out. Fastball finds the outer edge. 2-0 becomes 2-1. As I mentioned at the beginning, NJC's got the 1 locked in. Top 5 positions in the region cannot change regardless of results today. But NJC wants to win 40 in the regular season. It'd be just the second time in program history that's been done, as the 2-1's waved at, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Did it in 2012, in a year that we finished 44-16. 2 balls, 2 strikes. A little cue shot out to left. Long run for Peary. It drops down. He picks it up. Peary rips it in. Green cuts it off. Didn't have a chance to get it at home, so it's an RBI single to make this a 6-3 ball game. And Green cut it off to keep Albert at second with 1 out in the top of the 6th. That team back in 2012, 14 years ago for NJC, as Coach Catchell walked out and talked with David Ada. Finished with 41 wins in the regular season. Won the semifinal series 2-0 and then lost the championship series 1-2. David Ada's day is done. We'll have a pitching change. We'll tell you who it is when we come back. 6-3 NJC, top 6 over WNCC on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. New arm for NJC as we come back. Top of inning number 6. Plainsman leading 6-3. It's Austin Reese who'd been warming up in the pen. Pitching change brought to you by Platte River Tires. For over 25 years, they've supported our area athletes and kept our community moving. Stop by on Chestnut Street in Sterling. Just look for the purple sign. Reese inherits Dakota Alber and Jack Shagru. He pitched in the 20-8 win against WNCC, or against Lamar last weekend. Picked off a runner at first to end an inning, so technically didn't record an out. That out went to the previous batter, but he's pitched well. This is his 15th appearance this year. He'll tangle with catcher Jace Satterfield as the first pitch is low for ball number 1. Reese, a third of an inning of work and a loss against Otero. Pitched in a stopgap role against Luna in the 10-5 win. Same in the 8-6 win against McCook, and one of the 10-9s against Southeast. Line shot to second. Hubbard snares it off. Can't turn a double anywhere. But Hubbard able to get the out. Runners remain on first and second, now 2 away. The Southeast game that Reese pitched in was the final game of the weekend series. The 10-9, is that 12 innings? I don't know. I've tried to bury that trauma in my brain of 3 consecutive walk-offs. So Austin Cooper steps in with 2 away. First pitch across for strike number 1 for Reese. He's the stopgap. Have a closer in the pen for NJC. Likely to throw the 7th. Fastball off the plate, 1 ball and 1 strike. The question just remains, are you going to use Merrick Fisbeck as a closer here, or are you going to go to Logan Steckel for a second day in a row, who earned the save in game 1 yesterday? 6-3 ball game. 1-1 on the count, 2 outs. Reese, pitch lofted back foul, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Both games yesterday finished 6-4, both the 7 and the 9. NJC to 38 wins on the year, looking for 39. 1-2. Fastball swing and a miss. Got him chasing to end the inning. Stranded both inherited runners. One did cross for WNCC. Plainsman lead is 6-3. Bottom of the 6th next on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. NJC up 6-3 as we welcome you back to Plainsman Park, bottom of inning number 6. And still on the bump, Taylor Slocum for the WNCC Cougars. George Green, Tanner Peary, and Braden Stuff to try and tack on some insurance for NJC in this frame. Plainsman 6 runs, 7 hits, no errors, and 4 left on. Cougars 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors, and 6 left on. George Green, a sac fly and a walk. So yet to have an official at-bat this weekend, or this day. Green, first pitch hopped in for ball 1. Likely won't see the field in game number 4 today. Coach Catchell has said that's probably going to be all sophomores. So Green looking to finish off a regular season at .444, which would be 3rd on the all-time batting average list for a single season. Green watches the 1-0 pitch by for a strike. Just take a deep inhale. You smell the burgers? They're cooking up burgers. 5:30 start for our final game of this series. We want you to come out and enjoy a free burger and some free baseball. Green drills the ball out to right center field. It drops down. The 8th hit of the ball game is a single to lead things off in the bottom of the 6th. This is kind of a precarious spot for NJC. Logan Steckel is warming up in the bullpen. He is the team's closer, earned the save yesterday in game 1, and could get his 6th save of the season, which would tie him for 3rd in a single season at NJC. But you also want the insurance. If you're up 4, he is not in a save opportunity. Tanner Peary with a home run to his credit. Steps in, watches the first pitch by outside for ball number 1. Peary with 14 home runs. Second on the team to Easton Hubbard, who's at 15. And is in the hole right now with nobody out in the bottom of the 6th. Pick throw over to first. Green steps back in. You would not think Green is a guy that's going to steal a ton of bases, but he does have 6 this year. And JC has 5 guys with double digits in home run as a foul ball's off for Peary, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys with stolen bases, maybe 7. Has Hubbard had one this weekend? Where's that mark? He has. Hubbard is the 7th one with stolen base with 10 stolen bases, as he stole one yesterday. 1-1 pitch in on the feet of Peary, 2 balls and a strike. There is an arm in the pen for WNCC. Slocum Just 11 pitches. He's got the side in order last inning. Pick throw over to first. And Green again steps back in safely. Two and one. Slocum to the plate. Ground ball for Peary to third, and it muffed by Wilson and out into left field. I got to go air there. To me, that's got to be an E5 because had Wilson fielded that cleanly, he probably could have gotten the lead guy at second or across the diamond either way. So I go E5 on that ground ball. He was thinking double play. And Braden Stuffed to the plate. Stuffed with a single in this ball game. He grounded out to drive in a run last time. Stuffed, the all-time hits leader here at NJC. With 144, I believe. Yes. And we'll have a visit from catcher to pitcher to get on the same page. And Braden Stuffed is now 143 for 358. I can't do that math in my head. 358. Oh, he's down to 399 on the career batting average. So right now, Brendan Cleland, who is not playing this game, has a 401 and the best career batting average. Let's see if Stuff can change that here. Get back over 400. And wave at the first one for strike one. The 200's the Mendoza line. Is the 400 the Ted Williams line? I believe that's... what we'll call it at least. 0-1. Ball popped back foul toward the Burgers. No balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out, bottom 6, 2 on. NJC up 6-3. Slocum. Breaking ball doesn't, stays high. 4-1. One ball, 2 strikes. Way away, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the thing about Braden Stuffed. I don't have what he's done last year. I could probably look that up, but don't want to. 20 walks this season for Braden Stuffed. Just because he's hitting 400 for his career. As he tattoos the ball and finds the gap. Insurance time as George Green comes home. To second goes Stuffed. RBI double. To third goes Peary. 7-3 NJC. So that likely will sit down Logan Steckel in the NJC pen. And maybe go to Merrick Fisbeck, as it's no longer a save opportunity, and we won't have a 6-4 final for a third game in a row after both games yesterday went 6-4. Easton Hubbard, who knocked a homer over the center field wall his last time up for his 15th home run of the season, steps in and takes first one on the upper edge of the zone from Slocum for strike one. No stolen base opportunity here. With runner at second and third. Righty at the plate. Not going to try and bring a guy home. Add more to it. Especially when there's a lot of respect between these two clubhouses. Up the ladder, 1-1 becomes 2-1. Mike Jones, longest tenured baseball coach in the region. Several of these guys I know went to school together. Colorado kids that are on both rosters. 2-1. Slocum away 3-1. And then you tack on top of that respect, the fact that there's a very real possibility you play again next week. You're not going to do anything questionable by the unwritten rules of baseball to add fuel to any sort of fire. 3-1. High ball four. So Slocum issues the walk, loads the bases up for Riley Suarez, who got things started back in inning number 1 with a solo shot. Suarez's 12th home run of the year with that bomb. Slocum. First pitch. Suarez gets a hold of it out to shallow left. Dancing around is Vaughn Wilson, the shortstop. He'll make the catch. Had trouble finding it. Tried to shield with his right hand, his left hand. Finally was able to get it on the pop-up and keep everybody on the loaded bases to Aniel Delorbe. First pitch low for ball number 1. Delorbe 1 for 3. Waved at. 1 ball and 1 strike. Had the single, so continues the hitting streak. He had one heck of a weekend last weekend. He'd like to tack more onto it. Hopped in, blocked by Satterfield. 2 balls and 1 strike. Slocum. Pitch delivered, ground ball by Delorbe to second for 1, on to first for 2. The 4-6-3 wipes clean the inning. NJC gets a run, though. They lead 7-3 as we head to the 7th on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Logan Steckel on the bump for NJC as we come back for the 7th, up 7-3. He began warming up in a save opportunity, now no longer a save opportunity. So he can't get his 6th save of the season after getting one yesterday. Coach Catchell did want to throw him today, though. 1, because he's a sophomore, and 2, because you might need him back-to-back days in the Region 9 tournament. Can you ask your closer to throw 2 days in a row is the question. So Steckel will come on with a 4-run lead and face the top of the WNCC order. Vaughn Wilson, Cooper Wilson, catcher Galadish. Steckel has 5 saves, 18 1/3 innings of work this season, 28 strikeouts for him. He has not thrown back-to-back days this year, though. First pitch he sees lifted out to right field by Vaughn Wilson, up, back, and out. So it is a home run for WNCC to make this a 7-4 ball game. Steckel giving up that run. He had bumped his earned run average below 2 with his performance yesterday. That'll go back above 2. 187 gets him on the top 3 board for a single season. And Now, of course, if you're a baseball stat guru, you go, well, it's a 3-run game. It's a save situation, except he created the save situation by giving up the solo shot and now a single behind it. So a grounder back up the middle after the home run, and Wilson is aboard for catcher Gladish, who was reached on a fielder's choice in this game. And JC does have another arm warming up if need be in the pen. That's Ivan Baca. And Coach Catchell comes out. And I don't think you're going that quick. He hadn't been tossing that long. This is just going to be to buy some extra time. Our 7th inning is brought to you by Western Engineering Consultants, providing a big firm product with small firm relationships. They've been doing it since 2003. Visit westerneci.com for more. Catcher Gladish 0 for 3 on the day. He's been a stellar part defensively this weekend. He has recorded 11 putouts this weekend. And after the visit to the mound, Gladish will step in, inheriting Cooper Wilson on first. Steckel. Breaking ball, pours high, 2 balls and no strikes. Steckel went the inning yesterday. He'd gone 2 innings his last 3 outings, and he pitched back-to-back games in the 10-9 win against Southeast as he puts a fastball on the 2 on the outside corner, and then 2/3 of an inning to get a save against McCook. But those games were 6 days apart. The first time this year he's thrown back-to-back days and gave up the solo shot. He'll go fastball off the plate. 3 balls and a strike. I don't think you can say, okay, well, no, he can't go back-to-back days. I think ideally you have a second arm. Probably Merrick Fisbeck for NJC is the 3-1 towards across 3-2 that you go, all right, we're throwing Steckel day 1 in a save situation, then Fisbeck day 2, and then Steckel, we're coming back to you on day 3. That'd be ideal, or just never get into a save situation, just get up big. Breaking ball waved at. Strikeout for Steckel for out number 1 in the top of inning number 7 in a game NJC leads 7-4 to Harrison Hart, who has a home run in this ball game. Hart 1 for 2. He also has drawn a walk. He lined out his last time at the plate and watches the first pitch by for strike 1. 2 homers on the weekend, 3 for 9 with 4 total runs batted in. Steckel breaking ball, paints the inside corner to even the count out at 1 ball and 1 strike. Each team has 9 hits. Each team has left 6 on, but NJC's been more efficient with runners on and thus lead 7-4. 1-1 high for ball 2. Peek over at first. Steckel, breaking ball. Hart hammers it. Left field. Gone. Second home run given up in the inning for Steckel, and this is now a 1-run ball game as NJC leads just 7-6. And we'll see how quickly Coach Catchell pops out of the dugout as Will Harbison is due up. 2-run home run. That now makes it 6 runs batted in, and we will go to Javen Baca after Logan Steckel couldn't find the outs One away, top 7. NJC leads 7-6 on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Javen Baca, the new arm for NJC, to try and shut things down as we come back. Top of inning number 7. NJC leads WNCC 7-6, but Logan Steckel couldn't find the outs. He's given up a pair of home runs and 3 runs in this inning. And Baca, with 1 away, will tangle with Will Harbison, who's 1 for 3 today, and deliver the first pitch for his strike. Baca has been a great stopgap arm, much like David Ade out of the pen this year. This is 13th inning of work as he gets a chase on the 0-1, 0-2. 16 and a third innings of work, 14 strikeouts, 22 hits. And he has garnered a save in relief. 0-2 pitch, swing, and a miss. Harbison buckled at the knees and got the second out in the top of the 7th. This now does become a save situation for Baca, because he comes in a ball game with less than 3, or with a 3-run or less lead and at least 2 outs, or at least 1 out. It's Dakota Alber will step to the plate, and he broke the plane of the plate for strike number 1. So Baca can earn his second to try and push this one through and prevent us from seeing the bottom of the 7th inning. 0-1, Baca hops it in. 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 outs. NJC got up 3-0. 3-2, then 6-2. Gave up a run, got back a run. Baca sails the 1-1 off the plate. 2 balls and a strike. And 3 here in the 7th. 1 more game to go in the regular season. The 2-1 hops in 3-1. That will start at 5:30-ish. We do have sophomore honor between games, ceremonial first pitch, a lot of shenanigans for the 9-inning game in our Pack the Park event tonight. Ball hopped in on the 3-1, and Baca will walk Alber aboard. That'll mean he'll have to tangle with Jack Shagru with 2 outs in the top of inning number 7. Shagru, a double and a single to his credit in this game. In total on the weekend, 2 for 4 with a run batted in. Javen Baca hammers the first one into the dirt, and Alber will head to second on one that gets all the way up the first base line. So into scoring position for WNCC goes the tying run with 2 outs in the top of inning number 7. Cougars are just 1 for 5 with runners in scoring position today.
You're good, David. You're good, kid. Keep firing.
Baca. Fastball off the plate, 2 balls and no strikes. Well, you don't want to put the runner on. That would be the go-ahead. Satterfield and Cooper have both had very good weekends at the plate. You've got to get Shagru here. 2-0. 2 away. Breaking ball. Again misses the outside corner. Sometimes that outside corner is Boulder. Sometimes it's the antithesis of Boulder. Anywhere out here on the Red Plains. 3-0. Gets the outside corner this time to take it to 3-1. Just need 1 ball in play to get the out. But WNCC just needs 1 ball in play to tie this game. 3-1. Baca low and away, ball 4. So after getting the punch out, a pair of free passes, the go-ahead run is on for Jay Satterfield, the catcher. Tying run at second, go-ahead run at first. Satterfield 0 for 4 with the run batted in this ball game, a sac fly.
Finish him, kid. Finish him. Down him and win it.
Baca peeks at second. Gets a swing and a miss from Satterfield for strike 1. Top 7, looking for the 7th straight win. Baca, he broke the plane of the plate, 0-2 on a breaking ball that fell out, and Satterfield couldn't hold back.
Hey, work hard back there, Ryan. Work hard, kid.
1 more strike. 0-2. Baca rocks and fires. Popped off foul by Satterfield. Count remains. Didn't look like it was going to be rocky late, but this is going to add another to the tally. I believe this will be the 34th NJC WNCC game I've seen that has been decided by 2 or fewer runs in the last 18 years. 7-6 NJC, no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Fastball. What? 1 ball and 2 strikes. Baca, 1-2, hopped in, 2-2.
Hey, you play your game, David. Let us worry about that. Play your game, kid. You just keep working.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Top 7. Baca. Off the plate, 3-2. That one was a ball. Ball 1 was not. You tap the helmet in Major League Baseball and then instigate the automated system, that would have been strike 3 and we'd be out of it. But we don't have that at the JUCO level. 3-2. Baca. Outside, ball 4. So Javen, after a terrible call, couldn't find the zone again. He got the strikeout for the 2nd out, and now we will have a pinch hit for Austin Cooper. This will likely be the center fielder in game 2. He was the center fielder in game 1 or game 2 yesterday, and Daniel Chavez. Chavez pinch hitting after going over 3. He drew a walk, struck out twice. The tying run, Dakota Alber, stands at 3rd for WNCC in the top of the 7th. The go-ahead run, Jack Shagru, stands at 2nd, and Jace Satterfield's at 1st. Left-handed hitting Chavez against the right-handed pitching Baca. First offering, breaking ball on that inside corner for strike one. Shaven just got to find one more out. 0-1 off the plate, 1 ball and 1 strike. Baca the 1-1. Haphazard swing and a miss for Chavez, and a third consecutive batter where Baca is a strike away from getting out of it. 1-2. Breaking ball. Called strike 3 on the outside corner, and NJC survives the late push by WNCC. 7-6 the final score. NJC wins their 7th in a row. 7 runs, 9 hits, no errors, and 6 left on for the Plainsmen. 6 runs, 10 hits, an error, and 9 left on for WNCC. The win goes to Tony Slazowski. Javen Baca ends up getting the save for the Plainsmen. Easton Hubbard is our Northeastern Plainsman of the game, though. Hubbard clubbed a homer, drove in 2, went 1 for 3. Shout out to Braden Stuft, who drove in a pair as well. But Hubbard was very, very good for NJC, and the freshman will garner our nod as our Plainsman of the game, brought to you by Premier Farm Credit. Eastern Colorado is a way of life. Credit and related services for our area agricultural community. They've been serving us for more than 100 years. Visit premieraca.com for more information. We're scheduled for a 5:30 start. It'll likely be a tick later than that, but we'll be here for it. Pack the Park coming up. NJC looking for their 40th win of the season after a 7-6 win in Game 1. This is the Eastern Plains Sports Network.